Welcome back. I love a bit of old school offspring. And g'day to my guest tonight, who is Tracy Hamel, back again. How's it going?
I cannot work my unmute button. G'day, g'day, g'day,
You've figured it out. You've figured it out.
g'day.
Very
Yeah, I'm
good.
like panicking. I'm like, oh no. Figured it out.
No, thank you for joining me. So we're going to continue going through where I've gotten up to with the Casey calls, which I think is like 78. So we're nearly through
Oh
them.
wow.
It's been a fun
Wow.
journey.
Yeah. No, it has been. I've been listening the whole entire way. So
I appreciate that. And yeah, so been a little while since you've been on. Probably not that long. How have you been since then? Keeping well?
I've been good. Yes, of course. I've been still very much around in the community. I've been getting into uh more of West Most channel. And
Yes.
usually I try to listen to streams to like make me go to bed.
Uh-huh.
But I cannot sleep when I listen to Westmost because I just start laughing.
Yes. I,
I cannot listen to that and go to bed.
no, I am right there with you. As much as I don't want to give out praise to Wes, I thoroughly enjoy his streams. So
Yes, him and Slavcat.
which is a perfect segue, and we didn't even discuss this before, so this is quite good because after we've finished, Wes and TLI will be on, so I'll put the link into
Oh my
to that
gosh.
shortly. And when I say shortly, I mean the next 15 or 20 minutes because I'll forget several times to do it. But yeah,
Yes.
that's gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll we'll get right into it. So we'll just say hello to everyone. Did you want to say hello to the chat tonight?
Well, right off the bat, I see polynomial purebred, and I want to say hello to him. Oh my gosh. Um, I don't know. I feel like I would miss people, so I guess I can try.
It's
I'm
completely
the
up to
very
you.
first one
No,
in the chat.
no pressure. I'm happy to bumble through it as I usually do, but I'm happy for you too as well. So you're cool.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and give it a go, as they
Give it a
say.
go.
Mandy S. Hello. Allison Marie Spanish. Hello. Justin McRazors, La Senorita, Kit Kat Meow, The Time Machine. I'm just shouting everyone out, don't worry. Quote unquote Asbury Brad, Page Master, hello. Tranquillo, Willow Angel, Allison Marie Spanish. Again, I just said that. I'm sorry. Double shout out for you. What do you call it? Let's see, quote unquote. I said hello. Timothy Goodwin, the lamp that never got to shine on Lorne's Deek. Hello. Voice to voice. Perfect. What is it? Kenneth Keefe. Willow Angel. Dat Damn Doctor. The Cornville Nightmare. Allison Marie Spanish. There's a lot of Spanishes in the chat today. Kazantin, Ricky Spanish. Jennifer Lewis, Allison Marie Spanish again. There you are. I'm just repeating. I'm the queen of repeats tonight. Lauren Anderson, Tiffany Rose, Kathy Mack, because Anthony already said, Brandon M, Hardcore Poetry, um, Cornville Counselor, again, my favorite, Polynomial Purebred, Kit Kat Meow, Evil Little McNuggets, hello, um, and yeah, let's see, oh, my favorite, um, person probably on the internet. One of my favorite people, Cyber Squeak.
The whole internet.
Um,
That is.
right, right,
I'm a fan of squeakers too, but the whole internet that's high praise.
right. Her and Polynomial Purebred are some of my favorite people to walk this planet, and of course you, Cornville. So it's
You,
kind
you
of,
get to you get to stay for
yeah,
the whole stream now.
right, yeah. Let's see. I see Dan Dan. He's my man. Love that. And then Troticus Maximus. Oh, I feel like I butchered that. And Zachy, MySpace, Nuggy Fan, and Slot Stanford. Okay. I think that's all I see on my end, but I don't know if yours is different.
No, I think you nailed it. I didn't see any you missed there. So well done. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Cool. All right, you ready to
That was
crack in?
I am. I'm ready.
Ready. All right. So we are at Casey, episode 78.
I'm not a, I don't fault people for believing what they want to believe. That's their belief. Everybody has a right to believe what they want.
Except Alex.
And it already sounds like, Lorne is calling from inside a well or something. His audio, even for him, is fucking awful. Like I found this call really hard to keep the balance because you can barely understand him, but the volume you have to have it to hear him when Casey talks like blows your eardrums
Right.
out. So have fun with that, everyone.
Well, why are you sticking up for
Right.
Alex again, Casey? Why is that? Because it's very weird.
G'day, Huff and Pussy Destroyer.
Well, I'm just saying he's a 1,000-theory thug, right?
He's the one that's thinking up the theories.
I'm just pointing out your hypocrisy. He has the right to believe them, right?
You're believing just about every theory that he comes up with.
Well, you're the two-theory twat.
You're
That's
believing
good.
just about every theory that he comes up with. Can you explain?
But I should believe your theories?
Yep.
You should believe my theories. What theory are you talking about?
Your theories that they lied and twisted your words around?
Yeah, because I was there.
So I should believe your theories?
And he has a very solid track record of telling the truth. So, I think if Lorne says he didn't say it, you can take that to the bank. And g'day to Wesmost and more crap for put downs and the Duchess of Cornwall. And Cybersqueak actually has a theory. They say they believe Lorne is dumb. It's bold, but I think there's some merit there.
They are
G'day, Outdoor
Yeah, 'cause I was
Loser.
one of my favorite people.
You're the one-theory thug?
Polynomial purebred.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
Tell me why it is you believe just about every theory that Alex comes up with.
because he shows me proof unlike you do.
Hmm.
He shows you. He gives you uncountable many amount of theories, and he shows you proof on every theory.
Well, you're the one who says he has all these billions of theories. I know what I believe.
G'day, AZ and
You're the
Jinx.
one that tells me he has all kinds of theories. I don't know what kind of person Alex is as a person. He's obviously a nice guy because you like him.
Well,
Okay, but at least he shows
she pretends to like you too, and you are not a nice guy, Lorne. So I don't know how sound that reasoning is.
me proof when you never
He's
show me
so
proof.
nice.
Casey, you know the position I'm in.
Hey, Sadface09, Dr. Cunt.
Hard for me to do that. You can't just whip it up. God damn, this fucking clutch is still.
So once again, he's driving, I guess.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Look,
You get at
you got-
any time he is not legible. I
No.
can barely understand him when he's like at full volume.
No, he's so hard to understand, and while he's driving a heavy piece of machinery, it would be lovely if he actually just concentrated on that rather than this shit. You know,
It's a
not that
nightmare.
not that I'm disappointed at the calls, but the amount of times he's in his fucking truck and there's always shit going wrong. I think let's just focus on the road, Lorne.
Right. He's focused on being a slot in the truck.
Yes, he's always focused on that. And g'day to Kelly Slimebucker, Witch Lady, and Chronicles of Cod, and Sean McClure.
Very hard for me to get a hold of. I wish you'd take Ashley's word on it. She's my probation officer. She's not going to lie to you. She doesn't have a reason to.
Like, he's kind of disproved, like, none of these people have a reason to lie about anything, yet he's claiming that all of them are lying about him. Like, he just...
Right, that's true. Oh, Lorne. We'll never learn.
I promised you already I wouldn't
That's
lie
true.
anymore.
Well, I'll be honest with you about something. Your reluctance to show me proof doesn't make you look very good.
It's not my reluctance. It's the position that I am in.
I mean, what's the polygrapher's reason to lie?
True.
You already know I'm doing everything I can to show you the proof.
Didn't answer that
You
question,
already
did
know
he?
that I've
No.
been in shit already because of sending you documents that apparently
Yeah,
are
well, it's awfully convenient that we got to this point. Now you say you can't send me documents.
Yeah, well, it's
Right.
awfully convenient. You want all the goddamn documents.
Yes.
Everybody else.
Because based on the extensive evidence, you're a pedophile. So she wants the documents
Right.
that are apparently going to prove that you're not. Like, I don't think that's convenient. I think that's pretty sensible.
I think it was such a big, dumb mistake. But of course, Lauren does these all the time. It's such a big, dumb mistake to say that there's this proof out there that exists that will exonerate him. And he didn't say A, B, and C. But, realistically, we know this proof doesn't exist. But he's saying that it comes from a polygraph examiner whose job is to ask you yes and no questions. So, they're not really going to have anything deeper than your results. And his results were that he is a pedophile. So, I mean, he wants this guy to come out of the woodwork and just say, yeah, I actually twisted Lauren's words around and, he didn't really say what I said he said. I was just bored and trying to lose my job. So,
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, like has been said time and time again, like if someone's going to lie or do something like this, there needs to be motivation. Like, no one wakes up and goes,
Right.
you know what? Because they've got nothing to gain. Like, they already know
Right.
he's a pedophile. Everyone knows he's a pedophile. He's never getting off probation. So to think that the polygrapher would lie and risk losing his job, risk losing his reputation,
Right.
he would have to have something serious to gain there, and he gains nothing. Like, another failed polygraph test, another piece of evidence to prove that the proven pedophile is a pedophile is nothing. Like, add it to the pile. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there would have to be, I mean, and even this, it wouldn't be the case, but there would have to be something that would have to be like, Lorne's about to be released, and this guy is just has such a moral dilemma. He's like, look, I know this isn't the right thing, but I need to do this to make sure he's not released. Like, that's not the case. It's fucking ridiculous. But the real beauty of this is Lorne put himself in this shit with Casey, like,
Right.
because he went and paid, $2,500 to have this done and didn't read the fucking thing. And this is what gets me. Like, if this was something like, I mean, this is obviously an important document to him. Because could you imagine if by chance this turned out to be, saying that, yeah, look, it turns out that Lorne isn't a pedophile and this kind of stuff. This would be his most important document ever. And he read like the first few lines and like, yep, good enough for me. Like, I'm going to send it on. Like,
Right. And also, he didn't even read it, in depth because it was a self-report that he was talking about himself being normal, not his actual psychiatrist saying that he was normal. So, he created this mess, and I just don't even know, like, what was the point? Does he think that Casey is just like so stupid that she would not follow up with it? Because she's never gonna get her hands on any proof, and neither is he. So I'm like, what is the end game?
Yeah.
Where were you trying to gain from, saying this dumb lie? But as we know, Lorne is like the king of just coming with lies for no reason. Goofy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He shoots himself in the foot all the time.
Right.
G'day, 87's Turgid Cockpicks, Gorilla Spawn, Ilrig, Online Lobster. Who else came in then? Cat G, Egbert, Outdoor Loser, Blue Boy. And thank you again for these calls, Blue Boy. And
Blue Boy is in the chat. Oh my god.
What is AEW? He says AEW starts in 12 minutes.
Is that an American thing? I don't know.
Oh, you're the American here. Like, you tell me.
No way. No way. I have one of those lizards. Remember, I'm not an American anymore. I'm officially an Australian.
G'day, Duchess.
Bearded dragon.
Greg. Leonardo Andre. K-Bone Q. Fantastic Planet. All right, Cornville Nightmare. All right, let's keep going.
Else has wanted documents too.
No, I don't think anyone knows that your psych eval says you're a pedophile.
Well, keep fucking turning shit around on me.
Okay.
I try not to do that to you, but you keep mentioning this stuff. It's like, Jesus, stop mentioning this stuff. I'm trying to get you proof.
Okay, Jason S.
Okay, well, just let me know when you have it.
Why, you're still going to continue to back up until I get it?
Oh my
Yep.
Back up.
Casey. It's not going to be good.
Well, it's not good if I don't have the proof. So yeah, I agree. It's not going to be good for us if I don't see proof that you didn't say those things.
Well, get your ass out here. Maybe she'll get it to me quicker.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Yes.
she'll know, okay, she means business, so I'll get it here now.
They're gonna prioritize getting this fictional information because, his girlfriend or whatever this is turned up. Like, I'm sure that's exactly how it works. Guys, we're gonna pull an all-nighter. We gotta get this to Lorne so that he can prove to his girlfriend he's not a pedophile. G'day, Lorne's burn phone and one of those weirdos and Goro and Rod the former virgin and Jason S. Oh, Jason S. tells me it's wrestling, so I don't know anything about that.
I'm like, is that
I'm not
American?
traveling across the country to see someone who fantasizes about little girls.
That's fair.
Well,
Right.
well, then I guess you should be traveling here to see me.
Ooh,
You're the one who has a report that
so smooth.
says you fantasize about little girls. So that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I have the report, but it doesn't make the report true.
Yes.
Well, once I see the proof the report's true or not true, I'll hop on a plane and I'll get there and do whatever you want.
But you know what the funny thing
There you
is?
go.
If somehow that report came out, diagnosing him as non-pedo, it would be the most true report to ever exist. Like, this is the one report that is true. Like, you can rely on this. It's just didn't go his way. G'day, Dizzy Kid.
He's such a clown.
He is a clown.
Just give me the proof.
We'll see how fast that happens. Because remember, you said that it's going to be 2 to 5 months before you can. You said 2 to 6 months. So I'm curious how that's going to happen. If it's going to be 2 to 6 months, if you can all of a sudden hop on a plane and come here.
Well, I said as soon as I can, which would be as soon as I can.
Never.
And also, she can say this because it's all fanciful. Like, the whole thing is fantasy. She's a fantasy. You getting a report that proves you not a danger and not a pedo is fantasy. Like, it's like me saying, if Scarlett Johansson walked through my door, I'll give you $1 million. I promise, Tracy, I'll give you $1 million. No dramas. like, I don't have to pay it because it ain't gonna happen. But I can say it. G'day, Carlito.
No, he's kind of wild, honestly. For being so old, I would think this kind of behavior would come out of like a 14-year-old, but he is very off his rocker. I will say that.
He is. He's very Yeah, he just
Immature.
doesn't live
Ew.
in the real world. Like he is just delusional. He is completely
Yeah.
delusional, which you would have to be this guy to have gone through what he's gone through and just to live every day as himself. I mean, it always reminds me of, I don't know if you watch The Office, but where
I do.
where Michael's, threatening to jump off the building, and
Yeah.
Daryl's like, it takes courage just to wake up every day knowing you gotta be you. It's like, I ain't that brave. Like, that is what I think of Lorne. Like, it does take courage to be himself.
Real
Uh,
life version of that character.
what's that?
He's like the real life version of that character,
He,
isn't
he
he?
is he is the disgusting,
Yeah,
predatory
the worst
version of Michael
version of
Scott.
that.
Yeah. Okay, Timothy Goodwin and Punk Pansy.
Well, he sucks it just in our way. And I didn't even fucking say anything. That's just incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Loving it, Tiffany Rose saying, "Twat, you ignorant slut." Like, that has to be one of my favourite scenes. That whole thing, where
Right.
where he does it again because the warehouse staff aren't there.
That show is so hilarious.
I'm hoping to bring
Oh
my
my
parents
gosh.
to the matinee.
I'm just wondering if something else is going to pop up after this.
Hey, g'day, Zabram and James Sanders
I certainly hope not.
And Gorilla Spawn.
and
Well,
Gorilla
it's nothing
Sport.
I did. I'm
Very
just
good.
wondering, you gotta think it's
Wow.
Oh, well, that's how you just made it sound.
No. I'm wondering if you think you're going to think of something else.
I fucking hope not.
Right.
No. You didn't think of anything on the first one.
Oh my god.
No, nothing matters to me besides the proof that shows you didn't say those things. Anything else doesn't matter to me. Anything else is fine.
Evil little McNuggets. Did you see her comment?
Dwight is a male slut that fucks in his truck.
Stop
And-
it.
And g'day, Lorne's unclimbable ladder.
I don't like going without you.
What?
But I don't like going without you.
He's so clingy. Ew.
Oh, I know. Like, I mean, it's very attractive, right? Like,
Right. You know, I've been married twice and not a single one has been as clingy as Lorne.
well, maybe that was the problem. Maybe they needed to be clingier.
Yeah. Right, actually, now I'm going to have to self-reflect and think about that.
Lorne's got the answers as always.
Oh,
G'day, VA Hoss.
But I also don't want you to try to use that as some type of power over me, like most people do.
Mm.
I don't know what that means.
Like some type of way to say, I'm going to do this to make him so that he'll do what I want.
I don't get it.
Like I'm going to, like you,
Oh, God.
like if you were to say, I'm not going to call him so he'll do exactly what I want. He'll call me and I'll just give him an answer just so he'll do what I want.
When has Lorne ever done anything anyone wants?
People have done that. Women have done that to me before. I don't like that shit.
Weird. Oh, my God.
Eel,
Small. I don't think so.
Eel says he hears Lorne is single. Tracy.
I am engaged. I love how I almost said technically I am engaged. I am engaged.
Technically.
There was a point where somebody did ask me to marry them, believe it or not, for the 12th time. I did say yes. Uh, so I don't think I'm on the market anymore. Fortunately for Lorne, but I don't think he could handle this Latin Australian type fire that I've got going on. Sorry.
he probably could. I'm sure he'd give it a red hot go, but another
No.
blow to Lorne there. Another
Right.
another woman that's turned down. Um, G'day to Peanut Butter Brittle and Cornhole Three Way.
Okay.
I'm telling you, straight from the heart, and I don't want to fuck around.
Well, you keep saying
And just with Cornhole Three Way coming, I've been listening back to because I'm already excited for Lawnmas, so I've been listening back through the readings and that Batsby does, and this morning I just finished re-listening to Cornhole Freeways one with Batsby, and I've got that was a very enjoyable stream, and I like so thank you for that Cornhole Freeway, and really really put up with a lot of the shit that some people I unfortunately call friends were putting through with donations and stuff about their name. So good work for being a trooper there, Eel.
Also,
and you understand
Eel
how
Rig, I am not wearing the ring at this point in time. Only because it made my work a little bit difficult. I had to put what are those like gloves on, those plastic weird gloves
Gloves.
to prepare food. Yeah. Latex gloves. There we go. Latex gloves.
Ah, yes.
So, my ring was a little on the big side, and I was such a diva about it. I'm like, I don't want to put the gloves on because my ring gets in the way. It's so big. Sorry, guys. So, so no, I'm not currently wearing the ring. And Cyber Squeak, that does mean that there's a chance. Yes.
Well, you hear that, Lorne? There's currently not a ring on it, so maybe. No, I'm just joking. That's stupid. Um, and g'day, Slothcat. Ain't nothing better than that. And Tiana James.
serious this is,
I do.
but it's not really sounding like you understand it by what you're saying.
I understand how serious it is, and I understand you wanting the proof.
Okay, good. That's all I need to hear.
And I just told you what I said happened, and I just wish you'd believe in me.
Right.
I sent you documents that I didn't have to send you. And I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
Well, if I had gone to Maine and saw that document myself, the first thing I would have done is left that place and booked a flight right back here and block your ass. So you're lucky that you sent it to me first, so you have time to explain it.
Well,
And she makes a really good point there, and then goes on to say, later that, well, basically, had I come there and found that out, I would have punched you, and it would have been over.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you think back to the Ramona calls, where I still one of the things that really floored me with Lorne is that she found out about the calls to the decoy, which he had said that there was no
Right.
calls or there was only one call. He lied about that as well, because of course he did. And he was like,
Of course.
I don't want to listen to them with you until you're here. Like, why on earth would you want, someone sitting within arm's reach of you while you listen to you talking
Right.
to someone you believed was a 13-year-old who sounded like they were fucking 8? Like that, you should want the
Yeah.
most distance possible. But he seemed to think it would be a positive. What? So he can sit there and hold her while they go through it together or some shit. It was
Right.
fucking weird, and it just shows how out of touch with real life he is, because I think he thinks that love will conquer all, and so yes, this will be hard for them to listen to, but they'll be stronger through him them listening to the calls of him grooming a child. Like I
Right.
don't understand him.
That just kind of goes to show how he really has no experience with people, like in general.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't realize that the sloth cat is actually a polynomial purebred. is also here somewhere. I just had to go ahead and point that out. But yeah, that would be 10, 12 times worse for his potential relationship. I don't know where he comes up with the silly things he comes up with, thinking that that's gonna save it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I can only think that, like, it's either, with a lot of things with Lorne, I get stuck on, is he really that dumb, or it actually, and in a lot of cases
Right.
it probably is, he's actually smarter than he comes off as, and because it's probably more the fact that he's aware of how damaging that is, and, most people, they wouldn't even make it through half their call before they, call him a fucking monster, and say, if you ever
Yeah.
contact me again, I'm calling the cops. So, because obviously on the phone, he has no way to hold her, there. Like, she can hang up the phone, change her number, like, that's done. She's a ghost. So he's probably thinking,
Right.
wait until she's here. That way I can keep her here, because
And that's such a
obviously,
creepy way
yeah,
to
it is a
think.
really creepy way, but I think that Lorne possibly thinks like that. I mean, like I say, it could
Yeah.
also be that he's just so fucking stupid that he doesn't realise how damaging it was. But he's more than once, Lorne has proven how conniving and cunning he actually is.
Yeah,
Which, I mean,
he would be. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you really have to look no further than the way he talked to Kayla both on the phone and in the chat logs, because that's completely completely alien to the way Lorne really is. Lorne is hyper aggressive. He is incredibly offensive, but the whole time he was really sweet tone in his voice, all this kind of stuff, because he knows that that's how he would have to talk to a child. Like,
Right. And him and his flirty little
yeah. And the LOLs on the end of everything and all that kind of shit whenever he's pushing things a bit further. He's a real cunt. G'day, someone who isn't a cunt. Pee-wee's burnt pizza. G'day, mate. The Weren't Foundation. Yeah, well, Mo Green, voice to voice. Dan's confused entrance. Vast Ravioli. I think I got everyone there.
Hi, Vast. Oh, Vast is so wonderful. I love her
What do
stream.
you want me to say to that, Casey?
Absolutely.
No shit happened. I can't take back shit that I did in the past.
No, that's
We
right.
are boys.
No, you.
We are the boys. G'day, Sanchow. Oh, and Kalito asks, will I play the roast of Michael Scott as a palate cleanser? I've tried to play even short office clips before, and the stream immediately gets taken down. They've obviously got their their copyright algorithms pretty good. So as much as I would love to play the roast of Michael Scott because I love that scene, we would lose the stream.
Xavier.
Fucking Xavier.
You didn't do these
I
things.
can't control. No, I didn't do anything.
Well, then what are you talking about? You can't control what you did in the past. You didn't do these things.
Because I got legal papers that you're going to see stuff on while that, I guess you've already seen anyway because you've read the chat log.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, I certainly have.
It's pretty much nothing. You pretty much don't see it at all. All that.
Well, okay. Well, what I'm saying is, you're lucky you sent it to me now instead of waiting for me to get there, because I'd have been fucking pissed. I spent money on a plane ticket, flew all the way the fuck out there, saw a document that says you fantasize about kids. All I would have done is kick you in the balls and then gotten on a plane.
Rightfully so.
Okay, well, think about this. You're lucky that I'm honest enough to send you this stuff.
Oh, God.
Right.
If I never would have sent to you, you never would have knew a thing about it.
Right.
He always has to turn it around.
Exactly, yeah. Let's not focus on Lorne being a pedophile. Let's focus on the fact that, I sent this to you. Like, don't worry about the contents. Just worry about the fact that I sent it to you. He's he
That
just
I sent that to you.
he wants a pat on the head anyway. He can get it.
I got it.
G'day to Constantin, Julius. What do you want, cheater? And Top Quark. And actually, that's a pretty good idea. The most worst. To play the roast of Lorne Armstrong by real life Michael Scott during comedy. Like that might be a good palate cleanser.
And
I could
hi,
have hidden all my documents
Westmos.
from you. Never showed you.
Right.
And g'day Department of Redundancy Department.
See? Something must be going on right with me to want to be that honest with you. I'm not trying to hide a thing from you.
What?
I explained to Julie this morning how hard of a time I have. Because I have to deal with this shit all the time.
For you.
People say this shit, I go to take a polygraph. Fuck, how can I not fucking think about shit that people are saying to me?
Well, I mean, really, you only sent it because you thought it said that you're not a pedophile. Because you didn't even read it.
I know. Well, I didn't read
So don't act like you sent it to be honest with me.
Yeah, that's true, but I didn't need to send you any other paperwork either.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson
did.
rubber's right here, evil.
What other paperwork?
Right here.
G'day Silver Turtle Lady.
Other shit from
But
my-
it's just so funny, such funny reasoning from him to be like, you know, like even though this was highly incriminating, like
Right.
I should get credit because I sent it to you. Like, you know, it'd be like a bloke, you know, sending a picture of the, you know, hotel room he's staying in, but didn't realise that in the back of it was like, you know, it was like a chick in his bed or something. And when he's
Yes.
you know, when his wife's going off him, like, hey, I didn't have to send you that picture. Like, okay, well done. I completely am going to forget about this now.
My lawyer.
Well done.
The thing from your lawyer is the exact same thing. It's just your psyche, though.
I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
And now you're freaking out because you made a mistake and made your step back.
I've even told you, Casey, that I want you to know me better than anybody.
Well, that's a bummer.
Exactly.
That's not exactly like a winning thing.
No. You should want better for Casey.
Right? I want better for Casey. Casey doesn't even exist.
Perfect. I'm not going to pretend to be. Then I'd really be lying to you. You're never going to find somebody that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen. But I do know I found somebody that...
Absolutely not, but there's a huge gap between not perfect and Lorne. Like, no one's perfect, but also no one's Lorne. Or not many people are Lorne. What were you going to say?
True story here. I had a cousin who had a husband for many years, and this guy was terrible. Like, almost as low down and disgusting as Lorne, I'll say.
Oh, wow.
And one day, I was like 20 at this time. My aunt, in the Hispanic culture, I know Vast Ravioli will know what I'm talking about here, but in Hispanic culture, when you get married, it's like an unspoken rule that you really have to like worship your husband. You do everything to make them happy, even if they're abusive, if they're emotionally abusive. You have to kind of look past those things. I mean, old school Hispanic mothers will teach this, like since you're a little girl, into your mind that you have to cater to your husband. I remember my aunt telling me one time, she goes, you know what, Tracy, when you're old enough to get married, you need to find someone like him. And I looked her straight in her face. I'll never forget it. And I said, if I walked outside and I married the first person that I saw, that person would be better than him. She was like so insulted, but I knew this guy was physically abusive. He was emotionally abusive. I go, do you really not like me that much that you wish that for me?
Yeah, wow.
What? Yeah, so, very toxic culture.
Yeah, oh, wow. That, yeah, it doesn't sound... But yeah, obviously she couldn't see him for what he was, I'm guessing. or just used to it, I guess.
Cyber screen. Are you Mexican? Well, technically, no. So I am from El Salvador. My mom is Salvadorian, and my dad is a very white gentleman. He's very German. So I'm a little bit of both, but um, the dark hair just gives it away that I'm a Hispanic gal. So, there's that.
Well,
So
German El Sador, how do you say the word?
it's a very strange word and it's a very long one, so I don't blame you, Cornball.
Well,
Salvadorian.
anyway, Salvadorians are Joran's catnip, so.
I like more than anybody else like before. So
G'day, chipped tooth Tony.
I don't have any reason to not be honest with you now.
Well, there's a big difference between perfect and paperwork saying that you have a thing for children. Perfect and pedophile are they're worlds apart.
And I don't have a thing for children. So
Literal.
that's going to get cleared up. I already told you what was said.
Yep.
That's why there's going to be a lawsuit if I can afford to get a lawyer.
G'day, quote unquote, Lorne's one night stand. That's a great name. I love it.
Did you have any breakfast?
No.
No, come.
I don't know.
You gotta love he's changed the topic. Say like they've just been talking about how basically unless he can prove he's not a pedophile, they're done.
Right.
And having this really serious conversation. He's like, "Have any breakfast?" Like, whatever it takes.
Right. Oh my gosh, I loved Babsby was talking about him doing his weird accent, talking about breakfast, and she goes, "Bark, bark."
Yeah, she does that
Everybody
very
bark,
well. G'day, Paul Delasco.
Did you have enough barley last night?
Yeah.
You can smile, you know.
What the fuck?
Well, it's 11:45, so I gotta get going to the beach.
All right. You can smile. Everything's going to be all right.
Well, it'll
Yeah,
be all
for
right once I
everyone
see
else.
and hear the audio.
Okay. Exactly what I told you. Get the exact.
And see, this is kind of what I was talking about before. Like, how can you be Lorne Armstrong and say everything's gonna be all right? Like, it is
Right.
incredible.
Berber. Yeah.
No, basically exactly what I told you.
Basically.
Okay.
I don't have any worries about it. So you can smile.
You should.
Right.
Right. I like you a lot, Casey.
Wow.
What are we, 5? Stop it.
That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah, make-
I like you a lot.
What?
Will you go steady with me?
Right?
said, I like you a lot.
Okay, great. Give me the proof, and we'll move from there.
That's what I say.
All right. But we don't need to stop talking until.
Right, because it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Okay, well, whatever.
All right. Have a good time at the beach.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
Wow. Just
Smile, you know.
that was just so amazing.
He's so weird.
He
So
is.
weird.
He's really like. I mean, after that, I mean, the tone in her voice is very clear that like we're in a very bad place right now, and he just wants to talk about what you have for breakfast and have fun at the beach. Like it was like
Right.
it was like they were having two different conversations. Like, and
The one thing I noticed, he can't read social cues. Like he really can't read the room. He can't read who he's talking to, like directly. He can't take a hint. This is so strange to see this in someone so old.
yeah, like, I mean, even if he's not the brightest, you know, guy going around, like, just life should have
Right.
helped him pick up on these things. But it was like, you know, they were on completely different planets then. They might as well have been like, you know, she, you know, is saying, we are broken up. I never want to speak to you again. And he'd be like, all right, see you tonight. What are you thinking for dinner? Like, it's just completely.
Right.
And
You can smile, you know.
you can smile, you know. Evil Little Me Nuggets, I have not seen the Barbie movie trailers, but apparently there's a scene where Ken says, we're boyfriend girlfriend, like just like Lorne
Yes.
does. I want to see that. And g'day, no.
It really sucks because we fucking had it.
Did you?
Had what?
We had it right up to that point.
We had what?
We had a lot going on.
You were mad at me about Alex literally right before that. You don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I've been mad about Alex since you fucking met him.
Yeah, so what did we have exactly?
We were getting closer, Casey.
Closeness.
Yeah, and then you you showed me proof that you failed a polygraph without looking at 9-year-olds, so I backed up.
Right.
Yeah,
that's fair.
You backed up on something that was missaid.
I don't know that it was missaid.
Like I don't think, you know, fantasizing about 9-year-olds is something that can be, you know, miscommunicated. Like, you know, sometimes you know things can be misconstrued, but I think that's one that it's pretty clear. Like, I don't think there's another way someone could misconstrue that. Like, it's because it's not a very common phrase unless you're a pedophile. Like, I think that's the only people that say it.
You know, no adult person brings things like he does up. Like, I remember specifically when he's talking about this test, the polygraph test or whatever, psychological evaluation he did. And he's talking about in detail about the 9-year-old. And it's like no adult that is not attracted to that or, you know, even thinks about that would even talk about that for at all. Like, there's no reason to bring stuff up like that. But then his excuse is, well, I'm worried that other predators are like you're the predator. What are you doing? You're worried about what you would do. Like, it's very telling that he even brings that up, and he shoots himself in the foot even bringing that up, because it makes everybody wonder, like, why are you even thinking about that?
Yeah, that's
so weird.
That's exactly right. Like, he's essentially saying, you know, I happen to know pedophiles. Like,
right.
like,
Exactly.
this is how they'd be thinking about it, and I know that because, you know, g'day Leah Remini and Mum's third husband and Jose Aguirre.
I do. I'm working my ass off to get you the proof. I can't help it that it takes the amount of time that it's taking them to get it. You notice how fast they reacted after I sent that email or that text message to Ashley.
They didn't react fast at all. They're taking their sweet time with it.
When they got the chance, they called me.
Yeah, so they clearly aren't taking this very seriously.
Okay, so when they're out in the field and they're checking on the people that they're supposed to be checking on,
other pedos,
you think they're going to drop what they have to do right there to call me?
Well, you're the one that said they're making it a priority. I didn't say that.
Well, Ashley's making it a priority. She requested the videos. She has to request them first. They'll send them to her, but she has to request them first.
Okay.
She doesn't have them right there with her. That's why she said as soon as she gets them, she will look at them.
Cool.
I remember everything about that because I told him about it, and he had tried to change my mind around to some way of thinking about it sexually.
Sexually.
Why is it everybody else's fault all the time? Like, his goof ups is always somebody else's fault. He fails a polygraph, it's somebody else's fault. But then in the next call, he'll be like, "Yeah, I was really rough in class today. Some guy failed his polygraph," and I'm like, "Well, why'd you fail it?" All of a sudden, you're the truth police. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like nothing is ever his fault, and he is always better than everyone else. He is sitting in a class full of, rapists and pedophiles because he
Right.
himself is a
is
pedophile,
one.
and he's looking down his nose at them. Like it's
Right.
just incredible.
But if you ask him the same questions, he's like, "Well, I don't know. I didn't fail that."
Yeah.
Like,
It is. It's amazing, honestly. Like, g'day, Lorne's mum's camel toe.
actually, that's very true. Evil Little McNuggets, the room were yellow. So I am one.
we do forget that room was yellow, and I mean,
Yeah.
you can't,
And his heart dropped or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Said it.
It's a surefire way to incorrectly fail a polygraph in a yellow room. I mean, that's why they do it. That's why they make the room yellow. It's a scientific fact.
He said like his blood drained or some stupid thing that just
the blood
doesn't
drained
happen.
from his face or some shit, and he was tired. Like, it's just ridiculous. G'day, Lala, and course not. Fuck off upstairs.
Okay.
And I hadn't said anything different to him than I did to Sean.
Mm.
Know me up here, Brad.
Why did you wait until now to get proof if this isn't something new to you?
Blood left his blood. Cornell.
Like when you first got the report, how come you didn't correct it right then and there?
Because I've been screwed over so much, Casey. It's like, what are they gonna fucking do? Usually they don't do a damn thing. My lawyer didn't even do anything.
Well, you would think that's a pretty big deal. You want that on your record?
Right.
Well,
no, I don't want it on my record. I don't want any of this shit on my record.
G'day, Mr. C.
But because of the fucking internet, they fucking do whatever they want.
What does it have to do with the internet, you failing a polygraph about looking at kids?
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, so why are you mentioning that?
Because those people are always fucking writing into them. That's why I've had such a hard time the whole fucking time I've been on probation. So people on the internet kept fucking writing into them. That's
well,
why
what's your probation?
To tell them that you're breaking probation. You had a hard time on probation because you won't follow the rules given to you. And people, you talk to fake people that record your, calls where you're drinking when you're not allowed, where you're admitting to all of the rules that you're breaking, and then people tell them about it. But if you don't break the rules, you wouldn't be having a hard time on probation. It's fucking crazy.
Rightfully so. His probation should know all the goofy things. He was drinking and driving at one point. He was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and then he turns it around that probation was too hard on him, and he just wanted them to take off the drinking part. It's like, what?
If you can,
what world does he live in?
Yeah, if you can just, let me drink, let me get on the internet,
right?
Let me do everything I want. I won't fail a single rule.
Right? Probation doing
why
about
Maria
that?
acts like she did.
Well, what are the consequences? What have they written, and what has probation done?
They put shit on the internet. The probation sees everything on the internet.
G'day, Mary on the Prairie.
People put shit on the internet. Probation sees it all.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, what are they doing about that?
About the internet?
Like, what are the consequences for you?
For what? What people put on the internet?
Yeah.
You You notice I don't have the internet? Can't get on the internet?
Yes.
There's a good reason for that.
Because you've used the internet to try to molest several children. That's why you can't get on the internet, Lorne. Like, it's not because
Just
they're
one.
like, it's got nothing to do with the fact that you keep getting put on it with all these fucking calls.
Well, I thought that was because you failed the question about accessing the internet. You
No,
failed that
that's not the
question
main
multiple times.
They didn't have me on the internet for 5 years because of the people
Well,
on the internet.
I thought it was
Oh, but
because
wasn't
that you were
he
charged
using
with.
Roy to get on?
he was, yeah. Roy was,
And
he
Mole.
would sit over Roy's shoulder while Roy went on the internet, and he'd just tell Roy where to go.
Right. What kind of even sentence was that? Like, what's he saying? He's saying that I could be on the internet all I want as long as I'm not physically on the internet. Like, what are you talking about?
And also, just imagine that whole concept. So he was having either his mum or Roy go on the internet to go onto YouTube and, see all these calls. So he's standing there going, and like they'd be listening to calls, and then he'd probably leave and go, anyway, like he'd be listening to a call, say, of him talking to Ramona or Debbie or something, and it'd be like, anyway, I gotta go, I gotta call Ramona.
Right. Ew.
He's such a fucking
Oh.
idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Showing your
No wonder
penis
his
to a
mother
child.
hates him.
I thought that's what kept you from going on the internet.
No, because they let me go on the internet before. I could go on the internet with a monitor. They let me go on it. But they
I
see
thought
all
you
the
were
smoke.
allowed on the internet with a monitor already.
I am, but right now I'm not.
Because you can't afford it.
Okay, so
But
you
for
just
5
acknowledged right now you're allowed on the internet.
For 5 years, I was not allowed on the internet because of what people were putting on the internet.
No.
They
Lorne.
wouldn't tell me what people were doing. They wouldn't tell me what these catfish were doing for 5
Well,
years.
Yeah, as everyone else.
And also, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, they're not concerned if,
Right.
this shit you've bought on yourself is happening to you. You weren't
Right.
allowed on for 5 years because you tried to rape kids on it. Like how I don't know how he can't piece this together. Honestly, like it has to be he can't be this stupid, because if he was this stupid, he wouldn't be able to survive. Like, not that he survives well. So he is
Right.
he's just choosing not to understand it. He's actively being ignorant of this.
Right.
You
They
proved
kept
to them
doing
that
it. Listen, okay? These catfish kept doing that shit and kept getting more new material and putting it on the internet. Probation never told me about any of it, about anything that was being put on there.
But you
I
were
didn't
violating
know, like-
probation in those things.
How was I violating probation?
Showing your penis to
talking-
people whose ages can be verified. You send dick pics every day. Drinking alcohol all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. That I did.
Ah!
Okay. Well, there you go. Oh my god.
Can't deny that because I did.
Man.
You do.
I don't anymore,
Yeah.
but I did.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to.
Yesterday.
What was that?
He was like, I did yesterday, like in that one call. I
Yeah,
stopped
yeah.
smoking.
I stopped smoking.
Yesterday.
And I love that in that, think I'll have a cigarette, the Skype call there, where he's told them that he's
Oh
quit
my
smoking,
gosh.
but the cigarettes are in arm's reach.
As soon as he has like -1 stress, he goes, thanks a lot. I think I'll have a cigarette.
And that is a very common way to try to quit smoking, is to make sure you've always got smokes within arm's reach. Like, that's how you do it.
Yes. Yes.
G'day, William Fetters.
But they let me back on the internet, but they saw me getting on YouTube too much. They didn't want me on YouTube too much because they didn't want me seeing that stuff.
Okay, so then it's your fault, not the people on the internet.
They were just concerned for him, like, oh god, Lorne's going to be crushed if he sees this. We can't let him.
Yeah.
Like it was a newspaper, like
Oh
they're
my God.
running around trying to buy all the newspapers before he gets in for the day. Don't let him see it. Poor Lorne.
That's your
Meanwhile,
fault.
he's at his house, like singing like Bowser, like Casey, you're so cool. With Lestar, we're gonna rule.
You were spending too much time on the internet.
It's my fault that people are putting stuff on the internet about me.
No, it's your fault for going on there too much that probation had to take away your access.
Yeah, because I wanted to try to get rid of shit.
Yeah, so you were going on
I
YouTube too
reported
much and they
Xavier's
told you to
channel.
stop. And you wouldn't listen to them.
I reported Xavier's channel. Xavier found out about it.
All right.
Xavier
said
found
shit to
out
me.
about it.
Fucking Xavier. Let's have a little palate cleanser. Let's have the Joran roast as suggested. You cool with that?
Yeah, of course. Yes, no green Bowser. I'm living for that moment. Oh my God. I can't tell you how annoying I've been.
Have you seen it yet?
I have, and I keep whenever my fiance lays down to go to bed, I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to sing you a song?" And he actively tells me, "No, stop it." He's like, "No, stop it. I don't want a song." And I'm like, "Okay, Peach, you're so cool."
You should ask him to tell him to sing to you.
Please give it up for the host of the roast tonight,
Sorry, that's loud.
Mr. Joran Comedy. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, weren't all other comics great? Give it up for all the presenters. Oh, love you all.
Fucking love this guy.
Thank you. Let me begin by saying, friends, Romans, Lornographers, lend me your ears. I come here tonight not to praise Armstrong, but to roast him. Lorne, you're looking a little confused. That was a quote from William Shakespeare. I know for sure you've never heard of him before. It is my pleasure tonight to make fun of this man. And I use the word man as loosely as fucking possible.
Oh.
Why am I wearing shades? My blue eyes are my superpower.
Can't actually see.
So good to be here tonight. Lorne, you are legendary for getting people's names wrong. Absolutely legendary. Which is why we now have a member of the community known as Andy Burcat. Ridiculous. So, I'm going to help you out. My name is Joran. That's Jor, rhymes with or, and run, which is what you would do if any of us ever came down to bumfuck Maine to look for your ass.
I don't think you can run, Joran.
Absolutely ridiculous. Ugh. Lorne, let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm better than you in every conceivable way. Does that sound conceited? Does that sound like I'm full of myself? I feel like it would be wrong if I was talking about another man that way, but I'm not talking about a man, I'm talking about Lorne fucking Armstrong. Which is why I'm trying to get all you guys to call him an ogre. Makes sense, doesn't it? Lorne, let me run down the list real quickly. I'm smarter than you, I'm better looking than you, I have bluer eyes than you, I'm funnier than you, I'm a better writer, singer, songwriter, guitarist, human being, I speak better than you, I'm not a virgin, and, there was one other thing. What is it? I'm not a fucking pedophile!
Well...
And I've never been to jail.
It's a bit of a grey area.
It gets better and better.
Yeah.
I'll get back to this loser in a moment. Let me just talk with the people in the crowd today. Clobbering time here. All right, my good buddy, Mr. Clobbering time is here. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Clobber, I understand that you want to keep your anonymity online. That's cool, man. That's cool.
That word.
But you're here in person. Take that fucking paper bag off your head.
Boom.
TCAP Recipes, another good friend of mine. TCAP Recipes is here, along with his beautiful little girl. Hi, Chef Tango, so adorable. You're a good girl. Yeah, I see you let you off the treadmill. Very nice. No shedding on the floor, though. I'm not talking about the cute little doggy. I'm talking about your hairy arms. Who else is here? Baked Salmon, my buddy Baked Salmon. He's a man, he's a fish. And yet I understand the term mermaid is offensive? Shin Squala, buongiorno, paisan, buongiorno. Oh, Shin is so Italian, so Italian. You know, Shin, Italians are supposed to be confident and manly. So what I'm saying is, Vince Nicotro must really be a disappointment to your entire race. Ugh. Man, that Vince Nicotro, man, what a jerk. The stuff he said to poor West Most. Damn. He said West Most ancestors must know a thing or two about being lynched. I heard that. I'm like, oh, this guy's a jerk. This guy's a genuine asshole. He said that about Wes, and this was my response. But then he said Wes needed a haircut, and I'm like, you do not say that kind of things. That pissed me off.
What?
Why?
Okay.
It's because I'm bald. I think it might be, man. I think. Oh. Lornio. Ember tells me that you hate guys who shave their head, huh? I make this look good.
And I'm done.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the call. That's enough, Joran. Rest up, buddy.
I agree
About it.
He should have at least
Don't like
inserted
what
a
I'm-
laugh
what-
track.
What was that? The laugh track? Yeah, well he had like
Yeah.
a laugh track to start off with. I don't know why. I don't know why he stopped it.
If I
Um,
start actually being what do you call it, present on YouTube, I will definitely have to have a laugh track.
I do like that's one of the many things that baffles me about that. Like, why, if you've got the laugh track, why do it once and then just have all the painful gaps? It's very odd. Hollywood people came in there, which I've missed, but g'day Vexy and Swifty and Leon Kennedy and Lulu Bop 19, Donde. Sorry if I missed anyone.
Don't
What I was put on the
take
internet
your
about you, huh?
time.
Okay.
See
He's a
Morgul.
fucking idiot.
Well, you're the fucking idiot for keep talking to catfish. You're the reason there's so much material about you on the internet is because
Okay, so
you
but
can't
you-
stop talking to catfishes.
But you get mad at probation because, and you got mad at me before because of not knowing whether or not you were a catfish. But you understand why they're doing this stuff.
You lost me.
You got mad at me before
All of
because
us.
of the way that I acted, how skeptical I was. And you get mad about probation. Oh, fucking probation. I don't care what fucking probation says. That's what you said.
We know.
But you understand why they're so skeptical about people on the internet. You understand why they're skeptical about the catfish, but you don't understand why they're skeptical about you. You're not a catfish, but they don't know. But you get mad at them, and you got mad at me before.
I wasn't mad about it. I was telling you, don't talk to me if you don't think I'm real. I told you to walk if you think I'm a catfish. I wasn't
didn't
mad
walk.
at them for thinking I was a catfish. I don't give a shit. I was
I
saying if
didn't walk,
you
did
think
I?
I am, then get the fuck away from me.
I didn't walk, did I? Because I believed in you.
Because you've got no other options. Like that's why,
Right?
That's why he didn't walk.
Where's Debbie when you need her?
Okay.
I obviously had every right not to believe in you because I believed in a lot of other people before, and that's all they ever wound up being was catfish. But I still believed in you.
Yes.
Cool.
Stupid. Cool.
I asked you to believe in me a little bit, and you don't want to do it.
Well, because this is a very big deal, Lorne.
Yeah, it is, Casey. And it's a big deal that I'm not lying to you about. I'm trying to get and do everything I can to get you the proof. And I'm not backing away from my answer of what I gave you. That I didn't say that. That was the polygrapher that said that.
Oh.
I told you before that I wasn't going to lie to you anymore, and I'm not. I've even
Yeah, you keep
backed up
saying that, and I keep having to tell you I don't believe you, and your word to me means absolutely nothing.
I've even backed up on things after I've said them to make sure that I would try to get it correctly to you.
What? That doesn't even, what does that mean?
I'm not
Backed
exactly
up on
sure.
things? Ugh.
It's another Lornism that, like, yeah, I don't really know what that means. Like, it's like you
Right.
kind of get the gist of it, but
I'm
I don't
not
even know
lying.
what that
Backed
means.
up on things?
It means I've told you something that I thought was one way before, and then I realized it wasn't that way, so I backed up so I could get the correct information to you.
Well, when you say it like that, okay. I get
Well, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
And that kind of sounds like a lie.
No.
And it's not just about
Sounds
the
like I remember
9-year-old.
things wrong. It sounds like I remember things wrong. And I'm not talking about the 9-year-old. I'm talking about other things that I've told you to make sure that I got what I was thinking in my head, what I was remembering the right way. Because I thought I was remembering one way and remembered different things about it. So I had to think about it more in order to get.
Like, this is just a word salad, right? Like, this is just like
Right.
he has no way of actually talking him out of this, so it's just kind of just gonna keep going. Like, it's like a lot of things. It's like talking to a child, like a child that's been caught doing something wrong, but they won't admit it, so they just kind of go on and on and on until eventually you go, yeah, okay, whatever.
This literally was my daughter yesterday when I asked her for the fourth time if she'd done her math homework, and she didn't, but she tried to tell me that she did. So yeah, I recognize this behavior very well.
I'm never gonna lie to you, Mum.
Yeah.
I
I've
go
been lying
back
since I was
and
11.
forth on it.
The right information to you.
Okay, well, thanks. That was a whole lot of nothing. I wasn't just talking about the 9-year-old. I'm also talking about the thing that says that you fantasize about 10 to 14-year-old girls. There's multiple things on there that need to be proved. You didn't say it.
You asked about the 9-year-old girl, Casey. I told you about the other ones. I'm not gonna keep trying to fucking remember this shit from years ago.
Oh my
I'm not asking you to remember it because I don't believe your answers. I need the proof from them. So it's not on you to remember it. You can try to remember it all you want. Until I see the proof, I don't give a shit what you have to say about it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
trying my
good.
ass off to get to the proof.
Okay.
Know that.
Right.
I love to know how he's trying his ass off to get the proof. Like, what? I mean,
Right.
he's probably doing nothing because he know it is. But like, would you put it past him to, like, you know, go to them and say, look, you know, can you just write that, you know, you lied about
Right.
this? I won't sue you.
Yeah.
I just need you to sign this piece of paper that says I, the polygrapher, lied about what Lorne said. Lorne's a good guy.
I actually would not put it past him just because he can't read the room. Again,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't know what is literally appropriate and what's not appropriate to say, like to even probation.
Yep.
Reader, yes, my daughter definitely tried that with me yesterday. So it may not look like it were done, but I done it. I'm telling you out straight.
I'm never gonna lie to
Yeah,
you again.
yeah.
You're never gonna catch me lying to you.
And then this morning I looked and I said, "Oh, where's your math homework?" She shows me a totally empty piece of paper. Oh my god. I was like, what were you doing all night long? Oh my goodness gracious. But then again, um, we are not raising children that are like Lorne. So there's that plus. You know,
Yeah.
this is a phase. It's a childhood thing that hopefully she won't be doing when she's 50 years
I'm
old.
sure. I'm sure she won't be. This is a phase that Lorne never grew out of.
Right. Remember what call was it when either Casey or he was trying to say something like nobody knew about him, and his first
Mm.
thought is like, well, in the fourth grade.
Oh yes.
As an adult, I know for a fact, like when you go on a first date with somebody and you're trying to get to know someone, if I would have ever been with, out with someone and I ask them, tell me something nobody knows about you,
Mm.
and they open that sentence with in the fourth grade,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, all right, check, please.
That's
Uh,
not exactly what I was going for there, champ. And it was something about how they fucking shot his brother with a BB gun or something. It was so fucking stupid. G'day, Juggle Willie. 15-year-old desktop computer. That's quite the old girl there.
If I wasn't trying my ass off to get you the proof, then I could understand that you'd think I was lying. But the step that I'm going through to try to get you the proof, I would think you'd know that something must be being told true.
What?
What?
The steps I'm going to get you the proof. What did he say? Must be getting told true. Like, so he's just trying to say
exactly what he said.
because I'm trying my hardest. Like, why would I be doing this if I was lying? Like, but she has no idea. All she has to do is go on your word, and your word's worth shit. Like, you could say, I am petitioning, fucking Donald J. Trump himself. Like, you can't prove that. Like, fucking idiot.
What? Why? Why would that? Why? Because you're trying to get the proof. I should just trust you.
If I was lying, why would I go through this to this extent to get the proof?
Because
What?
she will leave you if you don't.
If I was lying, why would I go
Right.
through such an extent to get the proof that I was telling the truth?
Because you're bullshitting.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
You tried to send Julie's email as proof, and that wasn't proof.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be enough proof because she remembered it.
He remembered having a conversation where you were mad.
Yeah, about that specific topic.
Yeah, that wasn't even what I was asking about. I wasn't asking if Sean.
Julie, do you remember a conversation we had where I was mad? Yes, Lorne. I remember every conversation we've ever had, and you are mad. See? Told you, Casey.
Right. Literally, I was about to say every conversation this man has ever had, he's always angry.
Said something.
I know, but that's when I was thinking that Sean was the one that said it.
G'day, Dan
And he was
Jones.
wrong.
Yeah, so
Where's Wildo?
she has proof that you were mad at Sean for lying, and then you found out he wasn't even lying because he
She
didn't
knew
actually
why.
say it.
She knew why I was mad.
But what does that mean? Oh my god.
Well, now
There.
Sean didn't even say it, so it has nothing to do with it. So great proof.
I know. But she knew the reason why. She couldn't remember the specifics of it. She knew the reason why I was mad.
What?
She knew the reasons I was mad. This didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, Julie. Like,
Right.
I'm pretty
Oh my
pissed
God.
off. G'day, Bunny. Oh, we can start the stream now. Bunny's here. That's great. And g'day,
Yay.
Witcher. I think I only just saw you come in. So that's the end of that one. So we'll have to start wrapping that up now. But this has been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me again.
Of course. Or would I never, join my favorite Aussie?
You don't know many Aussies, so
No, no, but I have a favorite. I
That's-
know two. You and the lizard.
oh, excellent. I that is a high compliment to be placed higher than the Australian lizard. So I appreciate that.
Me and the lizard,
It's a
believe it or
pretty cool
not.
looking lizard to be fair though. Like
Yeah, we weren't getting along for a while, me and the lizard. I'm gonna be honest with you, Cornville. We weren't getting along for a while. The kids wanted a lizard so bad, they brought that thing home. I'm like, what in the world is that, and where'd it come from? Uh, my fiance is like, well, they're from Australia, and I believe he said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, another thing that comes from Cornville's land, of course.
fuck them
Um,
Australia.
yeah. So now, the lizard's down there. We get along great. There's no beef between us. I will say that openly to everyone here.
Yep.
We
Well,
get along perfectly.
that's good. That's good to hear. And Bunny asked, "Can I say hi, stranger?" So hi, stranger. Um,
Stranger.
so as I mentioned at the
Danger.
top, Wes and TLI are streaming in about 5 minutes on his channel there. So jump across to there. I always look forward to those streams. And yeah, thanks again, Tracy. We'll have to do it again sometime soon.
Of course. Bye, Cyber Squeak. You're so cool. We're gonna start. We're gonna roll. Squeak. You're so fine.
this is the outro song tonight, guys.
Yeah. When oh my gosh, I sing it so much every single day now. I
Yep.
have my moment to shine, and I just totally forgot it. Have you seen the movie, Cornwall?
No, I haven't seen the movie. So yeah, to
But
me
but
that was perfect.
you've seen that part at least, right? It's all over the internet.
I
You
have seen
can't
that.
escape
Yeah, no, I have seen that.
it.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to actually go see it this weekend. I'm a bit of a Nintendo nerd, so it'd be fun, be good times.
But question:
Yes,
when you see movies,
yes.
do they show it in just regular old English, or do they show it in like Australian accents when you
No,
see movies?
no, it's the same movie that you guys watch.
Oh, okay.
I know sometimes it doesn't sound like we're
Was
speaking
wondering.
English, but I can assure you we also speak English.
I wanted to know if, like, in Australia that premieres and then Bowser sits at the piano and he's like, Peach, my mate. Like, peaches, 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 peaches. I love that. So,
peaches. No,
yeah.
no, we get this. We get the American accents too, so it's all good.
Pages, 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 pages. I can't. Oh my gosh. Cornville, you're the best. I'm gonna be on, what do you call it? Watching Wes and TLI. Also, mentally, both of them are my husbands, in my mind. So
Yeah,
I'll be there.
lot of husbands. So
Yeah,
say so jump over
other
to
husbands.
catch Tracy's husbands in a couple of minutes, guys. Don't forget to delete your archives, of course, and see you all soon. Bye.